Hello viewer, today I'll be analysing post-crisis Superman's moon-level strength feats and provide the full story behind them. Disclaimers first, please support the official material. Stuff I show here is for informative purposes and spoilers. On with the show. The main sources I'll be going through today are JLA Titans number 3, JLA Century War, Trinity number 2, and JLA number 58. First off, in JLA Titans number 3, Superman, along with powerhouses from the JLA, work together to bring the moon back into orbit. Now, the metal stuff we see on the moon is caused by some alien technology possessing Cyborg and covering the moon with its metal debris in order to control it in some way. Superman has hinted he was able to move the moon once, having electromagnetic powers before. He is likely referencing JLA number 7, where Superman was in his blue energy form. Long story short, this was a time Superman was split into two energy forms, a red and blue one, with energy-based abilities. In this instance, some villains try crashing the moon into Earth. Superman Blue absorbs energy from the JLA watchtower and uses it to generate a magnetic field on the moon that repels Earth's magnetic field, which keeps the moon in orbit. Overall, this is a joint feat of Superman with members of the JLA, where they have stopped the moon from crashing into Earth. Now, the metal debris on the moon would have definitely made it heavier, but no definitive numbers were given. So, we can say this JLA joint feat can bare minimum push the mass of the moon. And for reference, the moon is 7.35 times 10 to the 22 kilograms, or 73.5 quintillion metric tons. As for the Superman Blue feat, it appears it was more his ability of using electromagnetic powers rather than his physical strength. And to note, he did have to draw energy from the JLA watchtower to stop the moon from crashing into Earth. Still impressive though, being able to generate that much energy to keep the moon in place. In JLA Century War, Superman and Kyle Rayner team up to slow down the moon's orbit. Contextually, there's some space-time shenanigans where Earth's mass is increased significantly, where it's merged with another Earth from another timeline. And this increased gravity is what pulls the moon into Earth, and from there, Kyle and Superman work together to slow down the moon, at least for a time, while the JLA investigate what's going on. Overall, it's a joint Superman and Green Lantern feat, where they are able to slow down the moon's trajectory from Earth's increased gravitational pull. Next, in Trinity number 2, Superman is seen carrying a mini solar system. Turns out it was set up by Morgan Le Fay to test Superman. We see that the mini solar system starts to get bigger each time the planets rotate about the mini sun. Luckily, Superman manages to hold on to the gravity of the small sun, which pulls in the other planets as well, and he eventually manages to throw the mini solar system into space. So, it's cool Superman is able to carry a mini solar system that's growing, but we still don't have definitive numbers on how heavy it actually got. Superman stated that its gravitational pull wasn't strong enough to cause any major damage around the city, and that's also when the solar system was growing in size. This would suggest the mini solar system's mass is still relatively small compared to an actual solar system, and also at the time that Superman threw it into space. So, given this feat lacks any numbers, we can't say in this instance that Superman has moon or small planet level strength. Final feat is in JLA number 58, where Superman, along with other JLA members, are pulling the moon. For the story, Jean lures white Martians onto the moon. Superman, Green Lantern, and Wonder Woman then drag the moon along Earth's atmosphere to create fire, the weakness of Martians, from friction with the atmosphere. Luckily, the white Martians surrender and willingly get imprisoned in the Phantom Zone. Overall, it's a joint feat between Superman, Kyle, and Wonder Woman being able to pull the moon. Okay, so in conclusion, we can say that Superman, with some help from others, mostly members of the JLA, can move the moon, which has a mass of 73.5 quintillion metric tons. Last episode, looking at All-Star Superman's base strength, it was calculated to be at least 66.6 quintillion tons, converted to 60.4 quintillion metric tons. And note that All-Star Superman is from an alternate timeline. Now, in the main post-crisis continuity, Superman, when super sun-charged, was shown able to at least push 14.5 quintillion tons, or 13.1 quintillion metric tons, the estimated mass of Pluto. Now, going back to the mass of the moon, being estimated as 73.5 quintillion metric tons, it makes sense that post-crisis Superman's strength can be accurately gauged as between 13.1 quintillion to 60.4 quintillion metric tons. From there, it makes sense that Superman can move the moon with help from others of similar strength to him. Of course, that's just me. Read the full story and make your own judgments. Okay, that's all for today. Hope you liked me shooting for the moon for this video. Thanks for watching and hope to feat you again.